Hi, how's it going, everyone? And welcome to day 13 of how to stop smoking weed. And if you stopped smoking weed already, I just want to say congratulations and keep up the good work and don't let nothing knock you off your sobriety. And if you're thinking about not smoking weed anymore, this is going to be a great video and a good video series to help you stop smoking weed because one of the things that happens when you stop smoking weed is you go through withdrawals. And some of the withdrawals, are physical, some are emotional, and then some are logical. And more than the physical, it's more logical and it's more emotional. So if you learn how to get over your withdrawals, you're going to learn how to have a clear mind. You're going to be able to get new beliefs installed in you. And you're going to be able to have a better reality, which is a happier reality and not a negative one. And also, if you learn this, you're gonna have like positive emotions. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna feel like you got a lot of well-being, and your life is just gonna go a lot smoother that way. And also, you won't be physically addicted to the weed anymore. Like you won't be picking up a joint and putting it to your mouth or a blunt or a pipe or whatever you smoke it out of. And if you don't learn this technique, I'm sorry to say, but you're probably going to go back to smoking weed. And because your thoughts are just going to be all caught up in the weed. And what this is going to do, it's going to give you a new way of thinking after like you stop smoking weed. And if you don't like do this, like I said, you're going to go through some negative emotions. You're going to feel anxiety, you're going to feel anger, and you're going to feel depression. And these are the main things or the main symptoms or the main things that you're going to go through from when you stop smoking weed. Especially if you've been smoking like for 30 years like I have. These are some of the withdrawals that you're going to go through. Like I said, it's more emotional and it's more logical. You'll start like me. I make up. I have this belief like the world's out to get me, and I also from smoking so much weed, I'm kind of antisocial. I have like acquaintances and like people that I know that I talk to, but I really don't have like someone I hang around with all the time that has been a real friend other than someone that I smoke with or that I drink with, which is not really a friend. They're just like my smoking buddies and stuff. So the thing that's going to help you through your withdrawals is a program called CBT, which just stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. And what cognitive behavioral therapy is, it's just going to change the way you think and the way you see life. And it's also going to help you with your emotions like depression, anxiety, and anger. And like me right now, I'm not dealing with depression. I'm kind of having a little anxiety, but that's like one of the withdrawals of not smoking weed anymore. But the real one that I need to deal with is my anger because, I'm already a pretty aggressive guy and I've always been aggressive. But now that I stopped smoking weed, it feels like I'm more aggressive. So I have to learn cognitive behavioral therapy. I need to learn how to change the thoughts going in my head so I can change the emotions that are going on inside of me. And then, so I don't do the physical behavior that's gonna either, I'm gonna wind up, in jail, I'm gonna wind up in the hospital, or I could wind up in the grave. That's how bad like the anger is. So I need to get that part handled. So if you can like learn CBT, like I said, you'll be able to get over those emotions and you'll be able to have better thoughts going on in your head. And I'm going to try to leave the link below. And if I don't, because, I'm trying to look for these, I'm trying to look for the programs that I actually studied. I mean, I have them here at home, but I didn't look them up online. But I'm going to try to look it up online so I could leave the link below. But the first one that I got is called Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. And it's from a company called The Great Courses. So if you want to check it out online, you could just type in Google The Great Courses, and then in their search box, just type in CBT or Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. And that kind of would teach you like how to change your thoughts and how to control your emotions more. And the other program that I got that I'm going to study, it's called Overcoming Social Anxiety, and it's called CBT. And even though it's called social behavior or overcoming social anxiety, it's not just about anxiety. It's also going to help you deal with your anger, and it's going to help you deal like if you're going through depression, because sometimes you get sad because you're not smoking weed anymore, and you kind of feel like you can't live without weed, and then you're gonna have all these thoughts going on in your head, and then you're just gonna physically go back to doing it. And what this program is gonna help you do is stop those thoughts. I actually taught one of the techniques in one of the earlier videos. I'm not sure if it was video 3, but they're actually named. I actually put the title in there. Just go to the one that says how to stop your automatic negative thoughts, and you'll get a glimpse of what CBT is. But really, you have to go like through one of these courses. Buy it, check it out, because it's really worth it. You could look for a free course, but it's better to get these ones because these ones, I've done one of them before, the Overcoming Social Anxiety, and I didn't even have anxiety. It just helped me it helped me get rid of that belief that the world's out to get me, but only like for a couple minutes. So, but it was weird. It's like the reality that I was standing on, that the whole world was out to get me, like just disappeared. It went away, and I seen like I'm making up my reality. I'm making up everything that I'm thinking, and it's me doing it all. It's the way I'm interpreting the way I'm interpreting the environment, the way I'm interpreting people, and I realize that that's just me. Not everyone thinks like that, and that's what kind of gave me a glimpse of how I was really thinking, and that I was totally wrong. And I'm like, if I could just, since I'm making up that reality, I might as well just make up a positive one. But for some reason, I don't know what it was, I just ended up quitting doing the program. Oh, the reason why I quit the program was because I kind of had this realization, but I was still getting high. So it's kind of like once my high went down, I kind of like went back into like just addiction mode and just wanted to smoke again, and I didn't even care about that. But now that I'm clean and I'm sober, I actually want to go through it, and I am going to go through it, and I would suggest you to go through it because it's really going to help you overcome a lot of them thoughts and a lot of them emotions. So, like I said, I'll leave the link below. The program is real great because it talks and it talks in story form. So, because our minds learn by listening to stories. That's why a lot of people can relate to the Bible, because they're always talking in parables and using analogies, and that's what this program does. It'll talk about how I don't even know how to say it, but it's like I said, it talks in a parable. It'll one of them that I remember, it was talking about how Dorothy and the Wicked Witch from the Wizard of Oz, how she was real evil, and Dorothy, instead of being evil back to her, even though the witch was doing all these bad things and trying to harm her friends and trying to kill the dog, like, even though this lady was doing all that wickedness, all it took was cold water, like nothing even harmful, to kind of not to get rid of her. And that's kind of what it teaches you, and it teaches you how to use like calmness to overcome like things like that when you're dealing through hard situations. And that's like an example of what you'll like hear in this program, but it's got like 60 I think more than 60 parables that it's going to use in there, that'll kind of start having your mind think differently. Because like I said, we learn in stories. So when you hear those kind of stories, you're going to be able to relate them to your life and how you're living and how you should be living and how you could create a better reality. Okay, so there you go, guys. Like I said, just check it out online, or I'll try to leave the link below. And congratulations on your sobriety. Just keep up the good work. Don't give this addiction another thought. Don't think about going back smoking weed. Just know I'm standing strong too, even though I'm very emotional and, I'm going through, like I said, I'm going through a little anxiety and I'm going through a lot of anger. I'm still not going to go back to smoking weed. That's like the last thing from my mind. The first thing on my mind is, how do I get my mind straightened out so, I can overcome these emotions and start dealing with life, in a normal, sober setting. All right, there you go, guys. Like I said, thank you for watching this video and keep up with your sobriety. Take it easy. Bye.